Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bex and this is Bex Books. This is my April wrap-up. I'm here to talk to you about all my feelings about les books. I read a total of 6 books in the month of April. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to talk about them in the order that I read them. So the first book I read in the month of April is We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan. I did not like this book whatsoever.
Sit. Move on.
I'm so sorry, Heather. So when I decided to start listening to this book, my frog, Malarkey, he prolapsed. We had to find a vet on a Saturday. It wasn't even Saturday anymore. It was Sunday, like 2 o'clock in the morning. And no vet in San Antonio would see him. Have anybody, they don't work on frogs. So then I started calling the next city over, and I finally found a vet that was like, yeah, we'll see your frog. We're on the road, and I'm like, I need an audiobook to stay awake. It indeed kept us awake, because out of nowhere, it would be like, failed. Both me and my husband would be like, blah, we would jump. My husband would look at me like, are you serious? Are you for real? This is what we're going to be listening to? It's kept me awake. Now, was it good? I know there are people that love this book, but in my opinion, I will say that there has been a common trend. I hated The Crucible so much. I hated it. I hated it so much. I don't know if I've hated a book. Okay, no, that's a lie. I hated Lord of the Flies pretty badly too. So there's a whole school year of The Crucible. And so anytime like I can just see an inkling of The Crucible, I definitely think it turns me off so much. So this is a Crucible retelling. If you're into The Crucible, if you like that, then maybe you'll like this. But if you're like me and it gives you PTSD of high school, I don't know. I have strong opinions, okay? I'm sorry. Witches, LBGT, 80s vibes, high school. The second book I read in April, I read as an ebook, so I will put a picture here. Is The Indigo Spell by Richelle Mead. So I'm reading the Bloodline series because I need anything to bring me back into the Vampire Academy world. It's an OG for me. Rose and Dimitri are chef's kiss. I'm so jealous of Rose that she can have Dimitri. I'm so jealous of Dimitri that he can have Rose. Yeah, the Bloodline series is a breakoff series of the Vampire Academy. It's about vampires, witches, alchemists, and in my opinion, the first 3 books, Richelle Mead had a brain fart and she forgot how to write. It seems like she had difficulty with the character Sydney, who is an alchemist. So I think in the beginning, maybe she was just trying to give Vampire Academy fans more, and maybe her heart wasn't in it. I don't know, but there was definitely an uptake starting with the 4th book. So yeah, and I gave that 3 stars. So the next book I finished was Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. I tabbed the heck out of this book. I tabbed it so much. I'm really lucky to have like a first edition from my father, so I just want to show that. It's an older book. I just want to show you these tabs that I used. How cute is that? Super cute. Okay, so Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. This was a 5-star read for me. This is a memoir, and because it's so good, I'm not afraid to rate it. Top tier, superb. While it's so sad, it's also absolutely hilarious. And he makes you laugh about like the most dire, sad things, but you're laughing. I think that's great. you can tell he never lost his humor, even though he went through some really traumatizing things and a really harrowing upbringing. Mommy's recording. I love you. Thank you. I'm glad that you actually said it back. Okay, Frank McCourt's family is from Ireland, but they moved to the United States. He lives there for the first couple of years of his childhood, and then they moved back to Ireland. So that in itself is really interesting. There's been like a huge exodus out of Ireland, but the fact that they moved back is very like not common. There's triggers for alcoholism, death, and depression, but it's really funny. He cracks a lot of jokes in the book too, and that was a really nice surprise. I thought I was going to be sobbing the whole entire time I was reading this book, but I cried a total, I think, of 2 times. Yeah, I think it was only 2 times that I got emotional in this book. So okay, so for me, because I'm always trying to educate myself about Ireland and about, you know, my lineage, it was interesting to see that the Irish at this time, they could be pretty judgmental. That was like one thing. However, there's such a resilience to the Irish people. They always get back up. Nobody can keep Irish people down. I really love that. And what a survivor. Frank McCourt, he really, what a survivor. 5 stars. I definitely recommend. It's not like if you're looking for nonfiction books to read, but you're kind of weary, I think this is a good book to pick up. It will keep you entertained. He has a really good style of writing, and it won't get boring or dense. It's really good. Because it is kind of like a family heirloom, I use the translucent tabs when I wanted to write in the book. Everything can be taken off, basically. So just more of that. The next book I read in April is Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. I'm gonna give this 4.75 stars. Stephen King hates this book, and that's exactly why you should pick it up. It's disturbing. Worms are ready to enter the human specimen and be pooped out. Worms. Everybody's just pooping and farting out worms. This is a reread for me. I read it with my good friend Nina over at Books with Mead. I absolutely loved it. Not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. He was on some type of hallucinogen or drug to where he thought America needed this book, and he gave it to us. And there's no take backsies. And you know, just look. Just peek behind the curtain and read the book about buttworms. I'm on your side. And there's a movie. Now the movie is not good, but there is a cheesy movie based off of this book for your entertainment. And I watched it with Nina. Read it. Just do it. It's fine. It's all good. It's fine. Just do it. All right, guys, the next book I read is Acts of Service by Lillian Fishman. This was the first ever ARC I got approved for. That was really exciting. And I read it, and I took the time to like write a full-on review. So I'm gonna read my full-on review that I wrote for the book. So here we go. The storyline is told through the unfiltered inner thoughts of a woman who is determining her own sexuality and is learning how her relationships fit into her life. I loved seeing the world through the lens of someone quite different than myself. This book has heavy discussions on bisexuality, polygamy, morality, feminism, and about creating boundaries in relationships. It just really hits on how feelings and relationships can be abstract and hard to define when they are actually being experienced in real time. So I gave this 3.75 stars. I did enjoy it. I liked it a lot. I liked how it made you think. Now, there really isn't a clear, defined plot in this book. And at times I felt like I was wandering. Now, not all books have to have plots, and I think that a lot of people don't need that. I think I look for it, even if it's subconsciously, like I think it's supposed to be there, and so when it's not there, sometimes I get confused as a reader. That being said, this book was really thought-provoking and really made me think about things that I hadn't thought before. And that's why I love to read, is when books bring new ideas, things that I haven't thought about in the way that the author is able to bring to my attention. The main character is not perfect, and know that going into this book. The character has a very confident personality and knows who she is. So I didn't frown on it for the main point of view. I thought, wow, this person's so different from me, and it was kind of like to see the world through somebody's lenses. It was really good. It is, I believe, out on shelves now, and it's quite interesting. I love the cover. The cover is definitely what drew me in. My friend Emily from over at Sydney's Patreon, she had put what to read on Goodreads, and I saw it and I immediately was just like, I'm interested in that. So yeah, if you're interested, go check it out. All right, the last book I read, I'm going to tell you what it is, but I'm not going to tell you any of my thoughts because it's for a secret vlog, and that is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I finished this with just a few days to spare, and yeah, TJ Klune, The House in the Cerulean Sea. That vlog is coming when I can finish that vlog. Finish the books in that vlog. So it's a secret. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. It was a total of 6 books. It was an alright month for me. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what type of content you would like to see from me down in the comments below. And yeah, Bex Books signing off.